You were just talking to a brainworm disguised as a human, maybe. Probably Kirk. Debate Lord vibes on that call. Oh, really? Debate Lord vibes. Oh, no. I can't talk with any authority on any issue. I have to just talk like this. I think that Donald Trump is the same as all other politicians. Donald Trump is the same. Joe Biden's the same. Everyone is just the same. Voting is useless, guys. Give up. That guy brought up Republicans and Democrats more than anyone, any caller I talked to tonight. And he's like at the end, oh, all this partisanship is killing us. Like, yeah, dude. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. You really do agree with that statement you just made. Like, yeah.
Call.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Pretty good. What would you like to cover? The border? Like, I can talk about on pretty much everything.
I don't know. I hate every topic, so you pick one.
All right, let's go with the border. Do you believe that we have a causal obligation to these people that are coming into our country?
What kind of obligation?
Causal obligation.
For like rights or
No, just letting them be in a country that we have no moral
to let them
obligation
be in
to.
it? Oh, like causal in that sense. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't cause them to be in the state of dependence. Why don't we just support them?
I think we have an obligation if there's someone fleeing from a dictatorship, for example.
Wait,
I
why?
agree with asylum laws. Because
Wait, why?
I think morally and also for our nation, it's good to be.
Yeah, where do you get your moral system from?
I don't have a moral system. I don't really care about all that
Oh,
gay
wait, you
stuff.
said morally. So if you're going to say morally, I would like to know what basis is your moral system.
LGBTQA plus.
So LGBTQ plus, why should this be based off our moral system?
Pi squared.
Are you going to engage with the question, or are you just going to run?
I'm running because I don't care about moral systems. I don't know all the big
Okay,
the big
so
debate
this
terms.
go off of, wait, if we're going off of the situation, this is a debate, right?
It's a combative conversation.
Oh, wait, no, because your live stream says debate. So we can go with the situation of a debate. If we're going to go off of legal, do you want to go off of legal then? Because if we go off of legal, I'm just going to say if the law is immoral, kind of like owning people, would you say that this law should be applicable?
Well, if there's a law that really says, like, for example, we have to have slaves in this country, then you probably have a war. If it was
we
that
should have
egregious.
a war. Okay, so how would
Yeah,
we
if there's
abolish
slavery in like
based off wait, wouldn't this be based off our morals? So I want to know where your moral framework is. For me, I can just point to like libertarians, which this is going to be more applicable to like John Locke and a lot of other libertarians.
I don't care about John Locke. I don't care about any moral systems.
Wait, you don't care about moral system? Okay, then why would we abolish the situation of slavery?
Because it's bad, and if like Texas
It's
has
bad?
slaves,
Oh,
we
okay,
should
why is
stop
it
it.
bad? Because if the law says it and you don't care about moral system, then why would we care?
Because I think slavery is bad.
Oh, okay, that's your morals. I want to know where you get your morals from.
Like in America, for example, let's say you have like two like sovereign. Well,
Wait,
you have one
no.
sovereign
Don't
territory,
deflect.
and you
Don't
have
deflect.
one
I
side that
want to
wants
know where
slaves
you
and one
get
side
your
that doesn't
morals
want
from.
slaves. If you can't resolve it through legal means, and there's such a big conflict where they can't coexist, you're gonna have some type of civil war to see who can like be the
Okay,
governing body
legal
of that
means.
state.
Okay, where do we get our laws?
God.
Where God?
Yeah.
Okay, what God?
Mine.
Okay, who's your God?
The Christian God.
The Christian God? Why should we follow the Christian God laws?
Because I said so, and he talked to me.
Oh, he talked to you. Okay,
Yeah.
I would just say that you're schizophrenic and you might need to get help if he talked to you.
Not again.
But if you're having a debate and you're bringing people up that can engage with the situation, and then someone comes up to ask you like your moral framework, and then I bring up mine, causal obligation, I can show how this is applicable based off of legality and at the same time other situations. Legality, the example is going to be if I'm in a car and you're in a car and I caused a car accident, I am morally obligated to make sure that your car is taken care of and all your medical bills are taken care of. You are just saying these random things without having a moral system or at the same time being able to defend it.
I think strict moral systems really prevent you from engaging with the world in a pragmatic way.
Wait, okay, give me an example where causal obligation isn't able to, like, it be in the world.
Because it doesn't matter, because regardless, you can talk about your moral framework and different ethics for person to person, but we come together to set laws and we have debates. Okay, we have debates.
Oh, okay, we have debates like what we're doing now.
The legal system does not need to be moral. It stems off of society and what laws we agree on.
Wait. So if legal system does not need to be moral, and then at that point, if people come together and say that we need to own everyone that is part of the LGBTQ, and the system isn't moral, where are they getting these laws from? Are they just pulling them out of thin air?
Well, we debate them. Like, if you want to talk about freaking pragmatic ethics or utilitarianism, I don't really care about those terms at all. I really don't, because we're going to debate them regardless. So I just want to take what I think is good in the moment. We can talk about different topics and see.
Oh, what? Okay, so in the moment, okay, let me give you a hypothetical. In the moment, if we enslave 1% of the population, 99% of the population will live the happiest lives. They will go to school. No one has to work, but this 1% of the population has to suffer. Would this be good?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay, let's just say that it's all black people, but every other race of people is taken care of.
Oh, then it's bad.
Wait, why is it bad? Because in this situation where I gave you 99% of the population of the world versus the 1%, this is going to be the same situation with the black people. Now you are just appealing to emotions, or at the same time you cannot defend your argument. I would like to know what argument you would go with why enslaving 1%,
55 burgers,
where it's just black people
tacos,
versus the 99%.
100 tater tots, 100 pizzas, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta.
Can you engage?
Oh, sorry, say that again?
Okay, so in the situation where I said the 99% of the population will be taken care of versus the 1%, you were like, sometimes, but the second I say that the 1% is black people, you're like, that's bad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's pragmatic for me to answer the question that way, because it'll look bad optically.
Oh, okay, because it doesn't fit your narrative, because you can't engage with
Yes, it does not fit my narrative. That is my honest take, yes. It's not
because
pragmatic
if you ask
for me to answer that way.
situation, I would just say enslaving another person or 1% of the population having a problem where they can't give true informed consent, this is going to be like against my causal obligation and everything. This is going to be immoral.
Okay, what's more bad?
Like,
okay, what's more bad then? Okay. What's more bad? A population where 5% are enslaved or a population where there's 50% enslaved?
Yeah, I would just say that neither is bad. I wouldn't agree with both of them.
If you had to vote between those, what would you vote for? If you had to pick
I
one?
wouldn't vote for either because then
exactly, you're useless. You are useless. I am useful. You are useless.
Wait, hold up. I can go with this situation, but even with this, I would just say, I'm not going to vote to cause someone to be in a state of dependence upon me because if I own a slave, this is going to be immoral because they didn't give true informed consent was based off of the action. With you, you're just saying, oh well, it's bad. At least with me, I can defend my argument versus, oh, well, it's bad. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, have you been debating for a long time? Maybe pick up a philosophical book.
A philosophical book? Why would I do that? You have no actual, like, pragmatic implementation at all. You have nothing to do
I would just say that I would just say that I wouldn't abide by any of those laws and I would abolish them.
Okay, what framework do you use to decide between voting for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, for example?
Oh, yeah, for the framework, I'm going to say that with Donald Trump, he held the causal obligation versus Kamala, where she was letting other people from other countries come into our land, which at this point I'm going to find this immoral. We have no causal obligation. We didn't cause them to be in the state of dependence with the cartels in Mexico or in the South America. Any situations like this, we did not cause this situation. This is upon their own government. If they have a problem with their government, then at this point they should go against it.
Do you think you need to have a philosophical framework to be an informed voter?
I would just say that you would have to understand like your morals, and this is going to be the philosophical side. If we're looking at in depth, morals is going to be based off of principles. Principles is based off of like philosophical, or at the same time it could be based off of multiple other things, like theists and everything under the sun.
Okay, so let's say you talk to a really dumb person like me. I don't have a moral ethical framework, all right? And I just say like, for example, I prefer one policy over the other. Can you like have a conversation with me without having like a philosophy debate, or do you need to have a philosophical?
Yeah, I would just say that the philosophy debate is going to be about what you would rather see in the future. Because like, for example, if we let everyone into the country, including like cartel members and other people that we do not cause, then at that point the taxes are going to go up for us to fund these people, where we could be using the taxes in other means. And when we go with Like, it depends on what conversation, because we could also talk about abortion, which this is going to be another situation that I agree with Trump on. We should abolish abortion.
Okay, really quick. Okay, I have a person who is like our #1 philosophy debater in my Discord.
Yep.
Would you be interested in talking to them on stream? It's one of my mods.
Yeah.
They actually know
Yep.
philosophy stuff. If you want to hop on there right now, I'll host both of you talking if you want.
1 second. Let me go to your Discord.
All right. Yeah, some of my like any of my descriptions on videos or streams, you could talk to him because I don't know any of the terms, but I think you'll enjoy talking to him. Or
Okay.
or them.
I'm on your YouTube. I don't see your Discord.
It's like go on a video, just look in the description of a video. I don't have it on the actual channel.
You should have it on the channel to make it easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it. Yeah, I agree.
Here we go. 1 second. Jonah, donate. Here's the Discord.
And if you're watching, DJ, go in the 1v1 debate room, and I'll just verify you right away when you join.
Yep. It should be low-key.
Okay, yeah. When you get in there, go to the 1v1 debate room. It's like a stage room in the voice channels.
I think it popped up. 1 second. Verify. I joined.
Okay. Let me see. All right, I don't see you yet. Does it say Jolah YT for the name?
Yep.
Okay, it might just take a minute for you to show up. And what did you say your name was?
Loki.
Loki. Okay.
Yeah, Thick Buster joined before me. Like, welcome and rules. I'm looking at that now. Verify. I'm in verify. Yeah, because I'm at JOLAH capital YT. I'm waiting for, like, all I see is going to be, oh wait, here, I have accepted the rules.
There you go. I see you. All right, I'll just verify you ahead of time. But yeah, you can go in the voice channel.
All right, let me get off of this real quick so then we can go in there and debate.
All right, sounds good. Everyone watching, I'm gonna let this play out. I deserve a break, and I know this will be a really fun conversation to watch. So if you're watching, this is one of our Discord mods who's gonna come on here, DJ. He is amazing. Okay, so is amazing, and this is gonna be a really fun. I'm actually really excited for this conversation. Not gonna lie. All right. Go in this 1v1 debate room. So we're gonna watch this, guys. Why is this so stupid? Okay, so I'm in this room. I invited both of them to speak.
Can I have my perms?
Hello. Oh, I forgot you don't have them. Yeah. You keep getting banned. Yeah, this is an interesting.
Thank you, bud.
Interesting one. I invited that guy to speak. Come on, guy, join. I thought about you right away. I'm like, this will be
Also,
a fun one to
Loki, you
watch.
should be able to join whenever.
Yeah. Should be fun. What a good time.
For me, a thing popped up that said I was invited, and it let me accept the invitation.
By the way, everyone, I'm gonna shut down my one shorts. There's gonna be one more YouTube shorts up on my channel. I'm ending one of them, but there's 2 of them up right now.
If
There's
you
2
want to
up
try
right now.
inviting him again, Jolah.
For the last one. I could dismiss him.
Also, I
request to
can't
speak
hear
again.
you because you're in the audience.
I am in the audience. Nice. Philosophy. All right, there you go. Let me.
All right, there we go.
Requested, invited to speak. There you
Invited to speak.
All right, you can mute my
All
stream.
right,
You're
finally
ready to
on
go.
my.
Mute the stream. Loki, mute the stream.
I'm not in the stream.
All right, epic.
Yep.
So what's up?
Yeah, I hold the causal obligation. Why should we hold, why should we let the illegal immigrants into this country? We didn't cause them to be in a state of dependence.
You hold the causal obligation?
Yep.
Define that for me.
Yeah, if I don't cause you to be in a state of dependence based off of my initial action, then I have no moral obligation. Kind of like if a homeless person down the street, I walk by and I have a sandwich and they're actively starving to death in front of me.